I woke up to a very good news this morning. Celebrate with me, oh. Celebrate with me, 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 oh. Yeah. Alright, so the good news this morning is that all the public school children in the whole of the FCT, all the public primary school children, will be going back to school after almost 3 months of being at home because their teachers were not paid.
All right, guys, welcome to my channel, guys. So a very big shout out to the very dark man again as he wins. The reason for this celebration is this. Okay, last 2 weeks we saw a video clip on the internet space where very dark man went on a protest with some of his Ratel family and some students from the public schools in the FCT. All right, and the news have it that the reason for the protest is that the teachers that has gone on strike, the public school teachers that has gone on strike, should be paid by the FCT minister, which is Oyesonwike. And just this morning, the news was broken that all the teachers has been paid and the students will be going back to school. So it's a thing of celebration. But I want you guys to hear everything that Very Dark Man said about Wike over here. And just after this particular video, there is a video clip from Kenneth Okonkwo where he is saying that instead of him to back someone coming from the southeast, he better backs a northerner, because it will not really be possible that way for a southeastern to sit in the presidential seat. But I'd like you guys to listen to his analysis, and I'll be right back.
I woke up to a very good news this morning. Celebrate with me, oh. Celebrate with me, 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 oh. Yeah. Alright, so the good news this morning is that all the public school children in the whole of the FCT, all the public primary school children, will be going back to school after almost 3 months of being at home because their teachers were not paid. So Wike, according to the news, I already the news to you. As you can see, just suspend 3 months strike after Wike's 16 billion naira intervention. As you can see, let me read another article. Another article says, FCT teachers confirmed June salary paid at 70,000 naira minimum wage. Arrears still pending. I said celebrate with me. Celebrate with me. Celebrate. That protest no go in vain. Oh boy, you see the way people they insult me when I carry those children go protest. Why is he taking the children to go and protest? He's a manipulator. Don't open the school now. They've opened the school. That's the main reason for protest. They've opened it. He has manipulated. We don't manipulate governments now. Government don't open school. That is why we are here. That is why we have the platform. Everybody go use their platform. Because they don't advert, they make money. No. Some of us will make change, and the change is happening. I am very, very happy. I am very, very happy. So, first things first, I was going to give a shout out to Nyesom Wike, the FCT minister, but I'm not going to do it. Because for how long they take politicians for doing what they're supposed to do? The teachers are not supposed to be owed salary. The whole of Nigeria, teachers, they're not supposed to think say they will hold teachers at all. At all. They let alone going them to the point where public school, primary school children home for 3 months, almost 3 months. Is that not crazy? The professions that are not supposed to be old, doctors and teachers. But welcome to Nigeria. Welcome to Nigeria. But I'm very, very happy, especially for my ghetto children. Those that are area children, they stop on. I'm happy. And again, the reason why I'm happy is because now they're going to know the amount to spend. If I go back to Abuja, I'm in Lagos now. We had already planned. I don't really plan not to say, may they look for way, may they help us open the public school so that we go there and teach them handwork. We are already working on teachers that will come and teach shoemaking, that will come and teach hairdressing, that will come and teach fashion designing, all these things that my head is for good. But they don't even spend. Anytime we go to protest, and money, all those bosses will go buy food, everything. I might not be NGO in my day. So this one they make me happy because I'm not going to spend again, bro. I am happy. And to the public school teachers, the public primary school teachers in the FCT, not just in the FCT, around within Nigeria and across. If you are teaching and they are not paying you well, I appreciate your efforts, because teaching is something you do with passion, not just because of money. And I know a lot of our public school teachers are really trying, even though the government is not encouraging. But I want to commend you for your efforts in order to impact knowledge in our children. May God continue to bless you, and may God continue to keep you. Long live all of you. That's all I can say. Long live all of you. And to the politicians that are constantly disrespecting these teachers, where will you be today without these teachers? Teachers should be treated better. Teachers and doctors should be treated better. And we will add the policemen, the military men. Teacher, doctors, and the military men, they should be treated properly with the policemen. They should be treated properly. Increase their salaries, please. Even 70,000 naira is nothing. 70,000 naira is literally nothing. It's nothing. At the end of the day, how much be bag of rice, how much be beans, how much be gari? 70,000 naira one do, and una still even they drag the 70,000 naira with them. I still they drag them with them. Anyways, I am happy that the manipulation come here, don't work, they don't go back. So thank you very much, and God bless you. I say make una step. Yeah. Plenty weights don't come off my body. Peace and love don't play. The Ratel movement, like I said, the strongest movement in the whole of Nigeria, the fourth term of the government. With us, you gotta learn, and you will learn the hard way. Don't play. Also, finally, shout out to VK. You see, they try. It's just that they try. You my guy, but they do. Shout out to you still. Peace and love don't play. If you play, gonna learn, and you will learn the hard way.
The court, the file, suit number rather, FHCABJ CS 1328 2025. And the suit is between Adeyemi Emmanuel, plaintiffs, Ayodeji Victor Tolu, and Aruna Ismaila against African Democratic Congress, ADC, the Independent National Electoral Commission, Ralph Nwosu, Senator David Mark, Raouf Aregbesola, and Bolaji Abdullah is an originating summons. And within 30 days, the originating summons opener says that after the service of this summons on them, inclusive of the day of such service, cause an appearance to be entered on them to this summons. So there are questions for determination, which is going to be what we'll be opening with my guest tonight. Okonkwo is the presidential campaign spokesperson for the Labour Party in the 2023 election, a politician and a lawyer. Thanks so much indeed for joining us tonight.
It's my pleasure, and thank you, viewers, for joining us.
Are you surprised that this is coming?
No.
It's coming?
Absolutely. What do you expect when the ruling party has become jittery, that the party that would take them out with their incompetence and corruption has just appeared in the hemisphere politically of Nigeria? We are used to all the shenanigans. Now, let me make it very clear. The Supreme Court is very clear that the issue of the leadership of a political party is the internal affairs of a political party that's not justiciable. There is no jurisdiction of the courts to interfere in the leadership of the ADC. And I had the opportunity of just going through the determinations. I'm sorry to say, low intelligence, low IQ. I couldn't see the provisions of the ADC that they enunciated. It was just in one, they were saying Article 9D. Article 9, if I can remember, talks about the rights and obligations of members. And in that particular place, they say the NWC has the power to waive the provisions of compliance to eligibility to contest election. And let me make it clear. You were interviewing Kachuku one time, and you told him, who is the chairman? He said, Nwosu is, this and that. You asked him, if Nwosu is not the chairman, who is the chairman? He said, nobody. Now, let me say, can there be any party where there is vacuum without leadership? So who is the chairman that is questioning the authority of Nwosu? Because you have to have local standing before you even talk. And who is interested in being the chairman? Nobody. No alternate chairman. We did our due diligence. Every court case before we accepted ADC have been reconciled through ADR. That's why you're seeing fresh cases. No other case.
But look at what
The hand of
some of
Esau
the
and the voice of Jacob.
some of the
The hand of
determination.
one Adeyemi and the voice of APC.
Really, you think they are members of the APC?
I said the hands of one Adeyemi and the voice
Because
of APC.
the locus is going to be established.
And
Whether or not, if you are
yes.
not a member of the party,
Yes.
whether or not you can challenge whatever is the ongoing in the party.
That's what I'm saying. They are talking about leadership. Are they part of the leaders?
But as a member of the party, can they challenge the issues in the party?
As in what locus do you have to challenge the leadership? Now, let me tell you what happened. I was present at the inauguration, and I witnessed that the whole NWC, the whole executive of the party, resigned on their own, voluntarily. Do you cry more than the bereaved?
So one of the determination here on the number 3, it says, what are the key individuals involved in the merger?
Yes.
Like the 4th, 5th, and the 6th. Talking about Aregbesola, David Mark, and Bolaji Abdullahi were properly registered members of the 4th defendant, which is the ADC, to qualify for leadership position. So you said the question, can you build something on nothing? Can you be a leader in a party that you don't have a membership of?
And I am asking you, those people purporting themselves to be the claimants, are they the people responsible to keep the register of the party? So how do they know? What is their business? That's what I'm saying. On what locus? The executives are telling you that these are their members. And they resigned, and they told you these are the interim leadership of one Adeyemi and the voice
Because
of APC.
the locus is going to be established.
And
Whether or not, if you are
yes.
not a member of the party,
Yes.
whether or not you can challenge whatever is the ongoing in the party.
That's what I'm saying. They are talking about leadership. Are they part of the leaders?
But as a member of the party, can they challenge the issues in the party?
As in what locus do you have to challenge the leadership? Now, let me tell you what happened. I was present at the inauguration, and I witnessed that the whole NWC, the whole executive of the party, resigned on their own, voluntarily. Do you cry more than the bereaved?
So one of the determination here on the number 3, it says, what are the key individuals involved in the merger?
Yes.
Like the 4th, 5th, and the 6th. Talking about Aregbesola, David Mark, and Bolaji Abdullahi were properly registered members of the 4th defendant, which is the ADC, to qualify for leadership position. So you said the question, can you build something on nothing? Can you be a leader in a party that you don't have a membership of?
And I am asking you, those people purporting themselves to be the claimants, are they the people responsible to keep the register of the party? So how do they know? What is their business? That's what I'm saying. On what locus? The executives are telling you that these are their members. And they resigned, and they told you these are the interim leadership. And you, that is not privy to the register of the party, you're coming to talk what?
Are you privy to the constitution of the ADC?
Are they executives?
No, are you privy to the constitution of the ADC?
This is it.
All right.
And they gave it to me.
Is there any place that makes provision for interim leadership of the party?
Now, let me ask you, assuming without considering that there's a natural mishap, I'm not even going to the constitution, that consumed all the leadership of the party, what do? You throw away the party. I'm asking, because all of them resign. So what do? Why do they use the word interim? Why do you use the word acting?
On what grounds also, when people say they are still members of their party, members of Labour, members of PDP, members of APC, but they are coming into the ADC and they say they remain members of those parties until further notice.
Those people are not part of the defendants. I have seen the resignation letter of David Mark.
Thanks so much, everyone, for staying with us. I'm seeing with Mr. Okonkwo. So you're saying all of this gives you no concern. The membership is solid. And you are moving forward.
Yes. And
You're
again,
not deterred by this.
so, again, what I want to tell you is there is no express provision in any constitution that when somebody wants to resign, he must put it in writing. So you can resign by conduct, orally, or in writing. There's no place in the constitution.
So
if I become a member of another political party, automatically I've resigned from the other one.
When you heard about Mr. Abure's group in the Labour Party threatening Mr. Peter Obi, what did you think?
What I think is that what you have just asked me is the internal affairs of Labour Party. I'm no longer a member of Labour Party, and let them sort out their own.
But you and Mr. Peter Obi are a member of ADC now.
Well, Peter Obi said he's still in Labour Party. So until he comes into ADC officially and formally, then I'll be able to take your question.
The APC and the government of the day, he said that whatever is the constitution of the people in ADC is of no consequence. They are wasted and of inconsequence. The people and the movement called the ADC or the coalition.
Yeah, who said that?
The government has said so.
You still believe this government? The government also told you that they are going to give you 12% increase in GDP. Have they been able to exceed 3%? This government said they are for the welfare of Nigerians. You know, I told my people, I want to travel to Enugu State to establish ADC, and I may want to stay 2 days there. And they told me I have to set aside about 800,000 naira because the flight, one-way ticket, is about 250,000 naira. So when you go and come back, stay in a hotel for 2 days.
Have you tried
and do other things?
Have you tried
Oh, beautiful. You know, I congratulate my governor for the inception of Enugu Air. I had made my booking before then. I will soon try Enugu Air. And I enjoin every Nigerian to come to Enugu Air, the state of peace.
You will pay for that advertisement. But the big question here is, how do you know Bola Tinubu very well?
Yes.
You know the APC as presently constituted. How do you want to defeat that tendency in our political climate at the moment in 2027?
Now, it is a very easy thing if people will yield to strategy and not sentiment. Give Bola Tinubu his own style, his own strategy, and he's back to Bodilon. What did Bola Tinubu do in 2015? He went to the north, picked a man that he knows that all the northerners are in support. As at that time, Bola Tinubu wanted to be president because he said it's his lifetime ambition. But he knew that if he, as a southerner, tries to take out an incumbent southerner, he will fail because nobody has succeeded from the same section of the president, incumbent, to take out an incumbent president. He went to the north and brought a man that he knew that all the northerners are supporting. And when he brought him, any combination from the south took out Jonathan, and he bided his own time, and he came in later to become the president. That is strategy. If my own strategy this time around is that I am going to support a northerner in 2027.
Really?
Yes. And it must be my condition to the northerners. It must be a northerner that the whole north will be willing to support.
Like an Atiku.
If the whole north is willing to support an Atiku, why not?
Or a Tambuwal.
If the whole north is willing to support, why not?
Or an Erufai.
Good. The person must be qualified, must have experience, and if he has experience in the presidency, it's an added advantage. And when we put up anything from the south, that will push him through. Let me tell you.
But would that be fair? Would that be fair that there was an 8 years of Buhari, a 4 years, if the case is the way you have put it, of Bola Tinubu, and then now the South has not had a share of 8 years in the rotation understanding of Nigeria, politically speaking? Would that be a fair game?
Good. Thank you for this question. And let me use this opportunity to clarify. The term of the president is 4 years, not 8 years. According to Alex Ekweme, what they agreed initially is that this post will be rotated amongst the geopolitical zones for 4-year term. And it will, in 24 years, it will have completed. But when Obasanjo came in, that was why Ekweme contested for 2203 election. That was when he said it. When Obasanjo came in, he took 8 years. But what happened? He died in office. Did they not insist that he must finish his 8 years? The answer is no. You know why? It is 1 term for the president, and the 8 years is for the incumbent. If the incumbent is doing well, if there is a supervening event that stops an incumbent halfway, the other half is there for every Nigerian to contest. And if it goes to the other side will now spend 4 years. That was what happened between Yaradua and Goodluck Jonathan. Yaradua spent 4 years. Just take it 4 years. Of course, you know he died before the 3rd year. And then it was a supervening event that did not allow the incumbent to finish the 8 years. What happened? Goodluck Jonathan came. The North said, please, let us finish our 8 years. They said, no, it's a joint ticket. Something has happened. And this is the vice president. Treat it as a joint ticket. Let them divide the position now into half. 4 years for the North, 4 years to the South. And after, it will come back to the North to finish its 8 years. And that was what happened. Even when Jonathan wanted to now continue to do 8 years, the North said no. That will now be injustice. And they fought, and they took it back to the North. And the North finished 8 years. Now it is back to the South. And Tinubu has become incurably bad. And now you want to terminate his incumbency. Anybody telling you that it's injustice, if the North comes in, if the South comes in, and whoever wins in a primary election will take it for 4 years. Where is the injustice? It has happened before. So, and anybody telling you to bring a fresh Southerner to compete against Tinubu, a Southerner, is trying to tell you to zone the ticket to Tinubu, and Tinubu will win outrightly.
So you're saying that invariably that Tinubu's possibility of becoming or being re-elected in 2027
Yes.
is incumbent on the opposition fielding the same candidate from the same zone. But that if the opposition wants to beat Tinubu and the APC,
Yes,
the candidate must come from the opposite zone.
absolutely. And I'll give you the reason. In 2019, the opposition wanted to use Atiku with Obi to beat an incumbent Northerner who had just done 4 years. Did they succeed? No, they failed. And what happened? Tinubu, strategically, in 2015, he used a Northerner to remove an incumbent Southerner. Did he succeed? Yes. Because that is
it conceding to the fact that the North has a more political weight in the power game?
No. Let's look at it this way. Somebody from your zone, if you listen to Olufalaye said his election was rigged. But immediately the people rigged him out. They prevailed on him that he is a fellow Yoruba person that he contested with. Why not let him leave it? We have not had a good electoral system. This election is going to be written, like I've always told you, in 2027. They have already prepared it. Have they done electoral? Yes, have they done
Do you have
electoral
evidence to
reform?
that?
No, I told you 2023, there was technical glitch. And they have not given us the excuse till today. Technical glitch, by my own definition, is the process of suspending an election so that you can write it instead of transmitting it. And there is no assurance that it will not have in 2027.
If you say
so
that
if they write in 2027 and is a fellow Southerner that you're competing with, they will prevail on you. Please leave him. He's your fellow Southerner. And then that is how they will steal the election. So if you bring somebody from the Southeast, even if you win, they will steal it from him. Let me tell you the strategy that will make the Southeast man to be president. Do you know the Southwest has never contested election against an incumbent? Strategy. Because they know in Nigeria, if you don't have the establishment supporting you, even if you win, they will steal it from you. Olufalaye said it was stolen from him. If you ask me, I will say we won the election in 2023. It was stolen from us because we didn't have.
We won the election.
That's my belief. In 2023, I believe it. But they stole it from us.
Let me ask
you. And if you do it again, they will steal it again from you because there is no incumbent to back you. But if you bring somebody from the North, nobody will prevail on him to leave his victory
quickly.
Because, yes, because he's not from the same side with you.
Yeah, quickly. How do